Young girls around the world have been playing with dollhouses since the 1800s.
Back then, though, they were called baby houses.
Lindsey Boetsch shows you where you can see more than just dollhouses from then and now. Good morning, Lindsey.
Yes, we are talking about dollhouses, and many of you might not be aware that there is a dollhouse museum right here in Quincy. Judy Taylor joins me now, and you have spent several years working on this. Explain a little bit about how you got all of these dollhouses.
Well, actually, it's been really a joy. It's been my hobby. I mean, men collect trains and tools and all this stuff. Well, I do dollhouses. And decorating them is what really is fun for me, and I appreciate the architectural aspects because they started out as 4 rooms and then evolved to what they are today.
And now dollhouses have been around for a very long time and have kind of evolved. Explain a little bit about how they've evolved throughout the years.
Well, in the 1800s, they were considered baby houses. And only the very wealthy had them, and they passed them down. Like there's Colleen Morris in Chicago. Her mother-in-law left her this huge carat diamond that she put in the wand. I mean, her house is phenomenal. And they also did baby rooms, which is one of the rooms that I'm going to teach young ladies how to make. But they just evolved, and then after, once they became mass-produced, then they were available to everyone. And a lot of people had one built. You know, their father built it or their grandfather built it, and it's just fun.
Now, who would enjoy coming to see this?
Well, actually, children would like to see it, but it's the kid and the adults that really enjoy it, because I have a couple plastic Barbie houses for young children to play with. But the kids, I do a treasure hunt with them, and they love that. I have them find a pie in the bottle cap, which is in the first house, and a yellow cat, a blinking fireplace. I give them different things, and they love that. And then they get a prize at the end when they tell me their favorite dollhouse.
Where did you get all of these dollhouses from?
Well, when I discovered eBay, it was Christmas. But I won't buy there anymore because the postage is as much as the item, plus I have too many. So, but garage sales, they're not valuable unless the person really wants them. So a lot of people think, oh, I'll get money for this. Well, you know, it could go for $1, or if you're a collector and it's one piece you're missing, it could go for $20. But they only made so much of the Plasco, the Marks, the Renwall furniture, so that's it. You know, so like I had someone who says, why don't you just have a sale and get rid of all your extras? And I'm like, well, first of all, people don't appreciate how much I paid for them, let alone the value of them. And the sad thing is, a lot of the kids today, they all want Barbies. And they have all this plastic stuff, so I don't know that they appreciate the craftsmanship and the work that went into the designer, so to speak.
Now, you were talking about a class, and you teach that downstairs, and we're actually going to learn more about that class and talk about how other kids can get involved in this here coming up in the next half hour.
Very cool. Thanks, Lindsey. Do you still have your dollhouse?
No.
Oh, so you could sell it for $1. Or donate it to the museum.
No, I would have kept it.
You would have kept it for your daughter.
Pass it down for my daughter, yeah.
Yesterday was the longest.
Yeah.
Now, they've been around for, a couple of years, dollhouses.
1 or 2 at least.
Sure. There's a class in Quincy that young girls can take to learn how to make a dollhouse.
Yeah, Lindsey Boetsch is actually teaching us all about that this morning.
Well, did you have a dollhouse as a kid and now are wanting your children to learn how to make certain things for their dollhouses? There is an answer for that. Aunt Judy, as she is called, is joining us this morning. And you have a class that you're starting to teach kids how to make things for their dollhouses. Talk a little bit about that.
Well, I'm excited about that because you can make really something out of nothing, and it really helps with creativity to color outside the lines. And I'm a color outside the line person, although I really am into detail with all of the dollhouses. But I don't have any little girls, so I've reinvented myself as Aunt Judy, and hopefully little girls will find out about this, or young ladies. I mean, adults like it as much as children, to let the kid out and just to be creative. So we're going to do things like making a bed out of an eraser with a headboard that you can, I have a lot of different types of things that they could do. They get to choose. You can do a lipstick tube, the top, for an umbrella stand. And
you can use anything as a bed.
Right. An eraser.
So what are some of the things that the girls will learn when they come to these classes?
Well, just to help with broaden their creativity. For example, you can do a cupcake pick for a headboard. Or I rated all the Monopoly sets that we don't use at home to do items on bookshelves. So they can do a box out of anything. We'll learn how to do a picture frame. For example, I wish I'd taken shop. It'd have been a lot easier for sewing, but you could do picks to do to make a picture frame. Or again, you can take apart things and for headboards or just for walls. Sachet will work. I have a lot of different things that I bought for them to choose from. They can wallpaper their room. I ask them all to bring a button that have a picture attached for a frame. So that really works well. So there's just lots of things that you can make, especially if you do gardens. You can do fabric that looks like a field, and then you can put all kinds of things in, or do a patio. Like for this box, the boxes that are pretty are easier because you don't have to cover the outside, but a basic shoe box or a photo box really works well. I have a photo box over here. So then you can put a partition in, or you could do a little baby room. And then I have a sheet for them to do a dollhouse, to make this dollhouse to go inside the dollhouse. So they have lots of options.
And when is this class, and how do girls sign up?
They can call the Taylor Furniture Store or call me at home at 228-0088, or my email address. And it's this Saturday from 9:30 to noon. It was in Arts Quincy, and that's where I got my first several to sign up. And I'm just doing it small. I'm thinking of doing it every Wednesday while I'm here.
Okay.
And just, you know, I've got the space now, and I would just want to encourage them to be creative.
All right, sounds good. And we will put your information on our Facebook page in case you're interested in signing your girls up for this class.
Yeah, and being the mother of a daughter about this age that's really interested in this type of stuff, very crafty and very creative, this is a great outlet for the summer.
Yeah, I'm sure there's an app for the iPad too. I'm kidding. Go have the class. Do things with your hands.
Yes, be creative,
Be
hands-on.
creative. Excellent.
Without all that technology in front of you all the
Yes,
time.
exactly.